will endeavor to practice my profession with conscience and dignity.
And will endeavor to practice my profession with conscience and with dignity.
I will maintain by all the means in my power
I will maintain by all the means in my power
the honor and noble tradition of my profession.
the honor and noble tradition of my profession.
The total health of my patients will be my first consideration.
The total health of my patients will be my first consideration.
I will hold in confidence all personal matters coming to my knowledge.
May his soul rest in peace. Now, we are having 70 members in this club. We are supporting each other. We are also visiting those who are sick. We have a partnership with social development, who are using our wellness clinic to the elderly, golden game. Those who are over 60 years, different games, then we are doing wellness. We are also visiting women congresses around BCM for wellness. We are developing organization, but we are having NPO certificates. We have our vision, our mission, and our objectives. We are having celebrations, quarterly, birthday celebrations. Then those who are in Scotland, from January to March, from March to June, from June to September, from September to October, that is from September to December. So it's quarterly. We visit most of places around Islanda, boat cruising, Grazier Hotel, Pine Creek, and other places. But we intend to go far to other provinces now, because we are still developing, not developed. You know, Polisawa, you are developed in Nadianas. In our 4 years, were just neophytes. The purpose of the day. This is the International Nurses Day of Prayer. That is, it was on the 12th, but we celebrate throughout this month. This day, 12th of May, was earmarked by International Council of Nurses in 1974 because it's the birthday of Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale was born on the 12th of May, 1820, and died on the 13th of August, 1910. She was from a noble family. Her parents, her father William, and her mother Frances, didn't want her to be a nurse, but had a passion in nursing. She was a hero. He was the founder of modern profession. And she was really called a lady with a lamp. And she was a hero. She saved many soldiers during Crimean War in 1853. And she was working 24/7 as you are following her while doing as she is doing. She was doing. Today, our theme, awareness, our future. We nursing in practice and retirees, we can change ill health to health in future. We are retired, but we are not tired. Once a nurse, always a nurse. You can see at the back from wellness, these are the retirees, but they are doing nurses' work. They are doing BMI, that is your heart and weight, and you can detect yourself if you are obese or not. They are taking the blood pressures and checking the glucose. So, phambili bethuna. Today, we want to revive our nursing skills. We want to recognize and acknowledge our heroes. From first blackness, Cecilia Makiwane, Dora Yinza. We lost our colleagues during the pandemic. Our pillars. So we want to close the gap. The pillars. Our colleagues. Our mother. So we want to close that gap because I'm one of those who lost her sister, my sister. We during the pandemic. It's my sister. And she was a retiree. My province, Nightingale. Why Nightingale in Kingdomstown? Yes. Oh, she was active, my sister, anti-tipples. So I lost my sister. So, lastly, I must say, push. That is prayer until things happen.
Yes.
To the managers, health managers, from national, province, institutions, districts, we must pray for them. And the nurses. We must pray for them. The health managers, Mr. Vane, they had to formulate policies regarding shortage of nurses, gross shortage of nurses, safety of the nurse, and programs regarding nurses especially this era. There are many problems. So that our practicing nursing can deliver a high quality of nursing in this era. To all, thank you so much.
Martin Mosimbeju, the physiotherapist. Practice ilapha kwa-NU6, just opposite Sasol and KFC. We found that izinto ezininzi ziba setown apha ezilokishini izinto asizivi. Now, which is why we've created practice up eMdantsane so that sizokwazi ufikeleleka kwabantu. Now, le program sinayo irana siyenza no jams. Yeah? So umuntu no jams, whether plan yakho is low or high, it doesn't matter. So the program is about abantu that are struggling okanye abane pain engade iphele yomqolo isinqa nentamo, right? So this program e-groups is classify whether we medium, low, medium or high risk. So high risk kwindoni, high risk yokuba uyofikelela kwipoint yoba ugqirha operate okanye i-risk yokuba ube ne-disability because of lo mqolo ungade utreat, yebo? Because you know what happens is that xa sine-pain over time, siye sithi i-pain yethu siyayibanga la pain, sithi ndinala mqolo wam ubuhlungu, yebo? And thinking that lo mqolo akakwazi uncedeka. These are things that esisebenza ngazo esikwaziyo ukuncedisana nabantu. Sisebenza soyi-2 so that siyenze la mqolo wakho ube bhetere okanye sasinga sibe bhetere. So how do we get into this program? Umntu oqualifyayo for a program, one, you have to have medical aid, right? UJAMS, POLMED okanye BestMed. And then 2, funeka ube ne-pain if une pain more than 6 months. If une pain less than 6 months, as we classify as a chronic pain, you pain inophinda ilungi. But if it's more than 6 months, sometimes iyakwazi ufika this week, ingabikho next week. Ibe khona that week, but it's still in that same position, yabo? Then we classify that as a chronic pain. Pain enida ukwenziwa into ukuze ibe right. Ayizobusuka iphele nje ngenxa yoba uthatha ipilisi, yabo? So we find that a lot of people have taken pills for ixesha elide that imoshe le ndawo lena kube suppose iyaphatha, yabo? Because if you take painkillers, they're only treating pain yakho, yabo? But I mean ziyayithomalalisa pain, but as they treat la ndawo ibuhlungu okanye le ndawo iqinileyo or le ndawo engamuvi kakuhle, yabo? So what we do thina ke ngoku, after you've taken ipilisi sibona kuba azide zisebenza, and then uzapha kuthi thina what we do, sizolula imisipha, silule i-muscles zakho so that i-mechanisms ze-joints zakho zizosebenza kakuhle, i-pain ingabikho okanye idrope i-intensity than before. Yeah? So to enter the program, funeke we get you, registration no jams, sithatha details zakho. You say to us, una 6 months une pain, say okay, so kufaka ko jams, ujams uzokufonela, and then once they call you, they're gonna ask you a few questions about the pain unayo, yebo? And then once you answer them, elhlobo bayifuna ngalo, basinike thina authorization, and then from that point, sizokufonela back, siku arrangele appointment, uzoqalisa program yakho. So abantu sibabona for about 3 sessions to 12 sessions. And into emnandi ngale program is that ayibhatali from day to day savings zakho, yabo? So if funds zakho zikagqirha azityeki because of the program, we activate a risk benefit kwi-medical aid yakho together with the doctors that esisebenza nabo. They activated the risk benefit, and then the risk benefit is the one that covers the costs zakho. So ungaza kuthi ungenazo ifunds zikagqirha. Ungazigqiba ifunds zakho kulo nyaka uze kuthi will still be able to treat you if unale pain for more than 6 months.
You need to stop having the salt. Sikhuluma ngazo zonke lezo zinto that you need to cut down on. What else? Yine salt. I will tell you a secret. South African bread and cereals are very high in salt, but you cannot taste it. But your blood can pick it up. So when you're having your baked products from South Africa, no, you're consuming a lot of salt. There was a drive before by the president about reducing salt in our cereals and baked products. I'm not sure what he paid with that program, but he did start something like that. So your bread and your cereals, when you're eating, think salt. So once we add the cheese, you see add the polony, you see add the Mauritians, how much salt have you eaten? Now, you are at a higher risk to having your brain damaged, like severely, by chronic use of salt. I'm hoping I am scaring you, so you stop eating salt. So to reduce your chances of dementia and decrease your chances of brain damage, you need to take care of your salt content in your food. The other thing that it causes long-term are stomach cancers. So the more you consume salt on a daily basis for a long time, it's rare, but there are people who have stomach cancers. It messes with your stomach as well. So you need to watch out how you do it. The most obvious one as well are your kidneys, because now your kidneys must clean all this thing out. But now when there's refining, so our kidneys are overworked trying to clean your system out. And then now, ayakathala. Anyone who's always working, uyakathala. You work so hard. I always say your profession should be the highest paid under the Department of Health, because you do work. You do work. So it works like you guys over time, and then in yakathala, hence now retire, we like let's throw parties. We didn't throw parties much, which is a good thing. So now my kidneys are ayakathala bagiti, and then now sector you're in kidney failure. My kidneys are so chronic. Our second show acute, so chronic. So there's nothing that can be done. It's either you go in dialysis, or you need a kidney transplant. Which how often do you get a transplant in like South Africa? It's very less. So some people just die because of a chronic liver or chronic kidney disease. So beware when you're using your salt, because that's what happens to you as well. It also is salt eat up on your bones. So physio, with the arthritis, with osteoporosis, is salt eat your bones up. So be careful as well. And then you get kidney stone, because as it crystallizes, it forms those stones. And then it's very painful to take out a kidney stone. People who have a kidney stone will tell you that it's not a nice feeling to have a kidney stone. It also works on your skin as the sodium. If you know we are juluga, because the sodium yapuma. So your skin flakes off. So the skin are nice, because now there's so much sodium or so much salt in your system that the body needs to excrete it somehow. So it's either your kidneys work overly hard to excrete it, or your sweat then ipuma through your skin. And then you get all these other problems now that you don't need. And then a heart condition, as you know, hypertension, heart condition, if you're uncontrolled for the longest time and you're having bad fat. All right? So that is what hypertension and the use of salt and the use of bad fat will get us or our community. I was actually very glad that you say you retired to work with your community. I was reading your objectives here. I'm like, that's the people that we need to talk to, especially since you want to cover the MBFI. Story for another day.
Hi. Ninayo i-hi. So, thetha nge-pressure. And luckily, ndithetha ne-professionals. So, niyayiqonda le nto. So, ke i-high iya-affectwa kakhulu yityiwa as usithe ejini. Ityiwa yakho is not only salt ityiwa. It's ityiwa, i-aromat, i-spicy, i-beef stock. So, uba uyapheka, usebenzise zonke ezi zinto at the same time. That means ityiwa oyisebenzisileyo namhlanje ingapha komlinganiselo ofana uba uyawusebenzisa. And then ibe worse kuwe ke ngoku wena. Ihlisi. Dinyos. Okay. Ibe worse kuwe wena one high. Wena one high kunzima nje kwa uba usebenzise ityiwa le. Worse ke ngoku xa uzathi ndipheka ichicken, mandigalele ityiwa, mandigalele i-beef stock, mandigalele chicken spice, barbecue spice, nezinye ndingazibizanga uyazazi izipayisi zakho. And then ke uphinde uyive uthi uyayitya ke ngoku le chicken. Ayivakali kahle mandithi aromat. So ngoku uwes ke ngoku wena one high. Mhlambi mna kuba ndingena high akho nto ndizayibona. But wena ke ngoku ne high ungoyena mntu wes.
Ndiyanibulisa nonke ngegama lenkosi Yesu Kristu. Amen. Lo uthetha apha nguThobeka uMtsalane. Okwam kulula. Ndizokwazisa isithethi sethu sembeko. Isithethi sethu sembeko. Asinguye naye. Ubona nje. Umfana or gutata or kuba uyinto yonke nasendlini yakhe kodwa ukhulele apha eNxarhuni ngumdlambe likhaya lamandlambe bonanzi eNxarhuni uyawundingqinela umama wethu
When I came in here, I saw about 4 of you standing outside. And when I looked at you, it brings back thoughts because the besisebenza sonke pha eMakhiwane. Yangathi ndifike eMakhiwane, ayabi ngandifike kwindawo ene-retirees. You're not retirees at all. The manner in which you look like, the manner in which you handle yourself, you're not retirees. El gama lithi retirees, ligama nje elohlula izigaba. Judging by what Umama Umasiba have alluded to when she stood here, ecacisa ngomsebenzi omkhulu omhle neniwenzayo, it really made me to understand that you haven't retired. But indeed, you've started a new journey as amanesi ahlangeneyo kule ndawo. Thank you very much for inviting me. I am Siphiwo Mfengu njengokubana sele ndazisiwe nje indawana ephazamisekileyo ndifunde eFrenesing College. not emakhiwane. Imakhiwane ndibene nayo ngokuxelenga. Pardon us for that mistake. Nursing manager ke njengoba sekutshiwo kwisibhedlele sisiSlamakhona Hospital that is led by Mr. MC uSkhosana njenge-CEO kunye no Dr. Yose Umamiya njenge-Senior Manager Medical Services. Those are two people that I am reporting to njenge-nursing manager. A hospital that has won the award in November for being the best hospital in the province of the Eastern Cape. As if that was not enough, but the man who leads the hospital also won an award that talks to the best leader of the hospitals in the Eastern Cape. In the past 2 weeks, I was in Gqeberha on the 12th, where the International Nurses Day was held. Bendihuqa amanesi amathathu who also won the awards for being best nurses kwi-categories ngokwahlukileyo. And I was also honored the award by the HOD, Dr. Wagner, superintendent ngokwela gama lokuqala kodwa ke ngokuthiwa ngu-head of the department kwicandelo lezempilo. I am so encouraged to be standing right in front of you. Ndisima phambi kwenu emva kwexesha elinzima kakhulu esithe sagqitha kulo sonke le COVID-19. It is through God's grace that we are all here, sitting here, energetic, and it was not about us, because many of our family members, many of our congregants, many of our colleagues succumbed to the COVID-19. Ithi ke lonto thina bakhoyo kumele ze simdumise nangakumbi uThixo singemi njengokubana umfundisi etshilo. Iyandichukumisa kakhulu lonto leyo. Today we celebrate and commemorate 203 years the birthday of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. Umama Umasiba have touched the areas as needs about Florence Nightingale, but I see it necessary because it's something that we don't really often visit. In history of Florence Nightingale, the strides that she took during her time, and everything that she did during her time. Ndayilinka exactly nalento ningayo ningulombutho Kwakhanya. Izinto Florence Nightingale azenzileyo down ijonga ndibone zona. We still find amanesi ehlala kwi-shacks. We still find amanesi eqhubekeka ethandana nabantu aba-abusive because besupportwa ngabo bantu. We still find amanesi who experience difficulty in sending abantwana babo kuma-university because abakwazi uafforda. Bekumele uba kunjalo? The answer is no, a big no. Not when we are playing a role like we do as nurses with society yethu. Siphila kwilizwe le-technology, and ngoba nihleli apha nje nizi-retirees, nine-phones, you pressing, njalo njalo. That's technology, and the technology is advancing. It is also important okubana sithi run with yona le technology, because the very same phones zinale information ibiyimphathwa apha zi-dietitians nazi-physiotherapists. Uyayifumana pha le information. Kwa same phones uyayifumana information that talks to how you handle issues related to endozifana depressions and all other cases. I-technology ke le, but ngoba nje ni-retireshile, if you'll allow yourself okokubana nishiye, it means zikhona nezinye izinto ezizawunishiye. So I encourage you ukubana niqiniseke ukubana nihamba nayo i-technology. Make use of abazukulwana benu, banifundise, bafast, but you will ask them to slow down a bit, banganishiye. And again, Baba nasu patience, they will do just that.
I-oil lamp eyayisetyenziswa nguFlorence Nightingale njengoba besekhe kwatshiwo apha during i-Crimean War. Florence Nightingale was using this lamp esihla esenyuka phakathi kwama-patient akhe ephangela long hours ephethe le lamp azowubona into yoba amajoni akhalazela ntoni, amajoni anzakeleyo awanasayo, abone uba yintoni abayikhalazelayo, yintoni na abayifunayo. Ade ke amnika i-nickname uFlorence Nightingale, bathi ngu-lady with the lamp.
BcmTv. Namhlanje BcmTV ulapha eMdantsane kwa-15 nalapho ke kunenkqubo ekhoyo International Nurse Day of Prayer nalapho ke ehlalelwe ngamanesi eyeke yane-theme ethi Our Nurses, Our Future. Apha ecaleni kwami ke ndinomnye wamanesi abonakala ke njengabantu abazi-retired nurses ozawuthi ke asixelele into yokubana eyona nto ibahlanganise apha namhlanje yintoni kwaye
ngokuba sisenza le nto nje i-International Nurses Day of Prayer sifuna ukuba i-nursing nezikills zayo zingapheli zihambe apha kwi-community ngoba singaphandle nje thina singekho zibhedlele siyahamba sino-wellness esinaye esihamba nayo siyahamba siya ko-social development abantu abadala ababalekayo sibatheste sihambe siye kwi-conference of women in East London, around East London. We want to support each other apha kwi-retirees sithi visit those who are sick apha kwi-retirees sisupportana because we are retired but we are not tired. Once a nurse, always a nurse. Sifuna ke ingapheli lento sisebenzisane kunye naba basapracticeayo sibabonise ngeexperience yethu ukuba yayisenza ntoni because akukho mahluko phakathi kwe-experience yethu plus nento abayenzayo ngoku. Yiyo loo nto sifuna kumane sidibana.
Igama lam ndinguNozipho Botha Kwakhanya Retired Nurses nobebhexesha lenkqubo yanamhlanje.
Njengoko ke mzali utshoyo ke ba ngomnye wababhaqeshi bale nkqubo yanamhlanje sizawucela nje usichazele njengoba umama bethetha kule ndawo exelile into yokubana injongo yenu yale mina namhlanje kukubana iinurses mazibe kanti azipheli. Ithini indlela eniyiplana ngayo into yokubana naba basesemsebenzini ze bathi xa baphuma kwanesini bayazi into yokubana umsebenzi wakanesini awuphelanga usaqhuba bangacingi ifanuba ukuphumla kuphela?
Injongo yethu kukuba abo basesendimeni sibamentorishe ukwenzela ukuba bayithathe le baton ngenkcubeko ngobulali nangothando babonge abantu bethu bababeke esifubeni babe ngumzekelo omhle we-nursing fraternity. Injongo yethu kuba support sibaxelele ukuba kwenziwa njani na ukwenzela uba baye empumelelweni.
Umama njengoba besetshilo ke kule ndawo kwinto yokubana bakhona nabanye abantu abasasebenzayo kwaye ngoku niyangena kwi-community nijonge iimeko zabantu. Ingaba abantu mhlambi abakwindawo esihlala kuzo abanofuna ukuza kuni njengabantu bebengamanesi bafuna uncedo ninako ukuba nibavumele into yobana nikwazi ubancedisana nabo ngokwasempilweni?
Sinako ukubanceda kuba ukuyakha kwethu le nkqubo okanye le forum yakwaKwakhanya sinekomiti yethu eququzelelayo nesilidishayo ukuba masingapheli isibane esibingelelweni sihlale sinceda i-community yethu ngoba noxa sihleli nje siseyipati yabo siseyipati yeprofession yakwa-nursing efuna ukunceda abantu.
Njengoko ke bazali ndivile indlela enithe nacacisa ngayo, kwaba ke ngoku basengaphakathi endimeni abanomdla ukuthi xa baphumayo baqhagamshelane nani, ingaba bangadibana nani njani?
Abo baphimayo baritharishayo kuba kaloku sifuna le nto ingapheli, bangadibana sinayo ke ikomiti lethu ethi qhagamshelana nalowo ufuna ukujoyina kuthi. Ikhona ke i-registration esifakayo, umuntu uyazifakela eNetbank anikwe nje i-account number azifakele ngokwakhe le amount ayokujoyina kuthi. Yonke ke into siyabachazela because siyasapotana, siyancwabana, siyavelelana. Umuntu sinayo imali esikhuphayo xa ethe ilungu lethu laye lasishiya, yaye ukuba ngaba lisishile abantwana bakhe siyaya kubo siyobavelela, side ke ngoku ilungu lethu silingcwabe ngokwethu, siye khona siyolingcwaba sirepresente iKwakhanya. Ngale mini ke ngoku ifana nale sikuyo ngoku, le International Nurses Day of Prayer, siyaphinda sibabize abantwana babo ukuze sizovala la gap, baze kuthi ke ngoku sibanike amakhandlela abazali babo, kuba aba bantwana abazali babo bebezipillars emakhayeni abo. So sifuna ke ukuvala la gap yabo, sibanike, sibabize, sibathuthuzele kwakhona, sivale ke ngoku la gap okugqibela, ngoba nangoku bakhona bakhoyo apha namhlanje abantwana babantu abasolekayo balapha ngaphakathi. Sivala igap ebabenayo ukusweleka komama babo. Siyabalandela ke nabo abo bantwana, akupheleli ukuba beswelekile. Abantu ke siyanqwena kuba sifuna ibelonging, ngoba xana sisesiphumile singaphandle abakwazi ngoku abangaphakathi esibhedlele ukuba basilandele. Ngamanye amaxesha abasazi noba singobani kuba ngabantwana abancinci. Yiyo le nto ngokusafomisha kuba sifuna ukubhilonga thina endaweni singamanesi, siqhele ukubhilonga thina endaweni singamanesi. Yiyo loo nto ke ngokamanesi asoloko edibana siye sibe nazo nee-meeting zethu kotali sidibana.
Njengokuba besetshilo ke usihlalo kuba nguye osilidishayo, konke kuzawuchazwa nguye nemali ekhutshwayo. Kumnandi apha bantakwethu, xa niphuma edyokhweni yizani kuthi, siphethene ngothando nobudlelwane ukwenzela ukuba siyithathe le dyokhwe siyise kwicommunity yethu ukwenzela uba baphile nabo, kuba kaloku are part of us.